my friends, and welcome back to the rabbit hole. I am so excited for this video. This is one that a lot of you guys have asked for. Today I'm going to be talking all about physicians' formulas, skincare. I tried a grand total of 14 products, and not only for a 2-week period of time, but some of these are products that I've been using for actually years. Now, for those of you who are subscribed to me, you already know how we do this. We're going to go over my thoughts on every single product that I tried. If you're new here, check the description box if you're looking for a specific product. It goes in order of appearance in the video, but I do want to start this video by mentioning a little bit about my experience buckling down and using this brand. Now, I'm sure you can already see this is not the absolute best skin that I've ever had after buckling down and using a brand. But I think that's mainly because with drugstore brands, you end up having a certain number of hits. I mean, there are products, again, that I swear by, I've been using for years. But in the process of trying out a whole bunch of physicians' formula products, I also found some that I actually hate. I hate enough that I've already talked about in at least 2 videos so far. I hated some of these. I want you to understand that the reason this happens with drugstore skincare, and sometimes honestly the reason that drugstore skincare gets a bad rap, is that in order to keep the cost of products low, you do have to kind of make some sacrifices. So the process of creating a product, you have this idea, you work with a team to figure out how to make it, you do the research to make sure everything in the product is good, you make the product, you test the product, you take it to market. Lots of steps. Every one of those steps costs money, and if you arrive at the end where you're about to put this product on the market and you're thinking, uh-oh, it's kind of not a very good product. If instead of releasing that product, you trash the whole project, you've lost a lot of money. So again, this is to keep costs low, whereas a more high-end prestige brand might say, we can't release this, it'll damage our reputation. A brand that is very focused on the cost of the products will say, just put it out, some people will like it and some people won't, and that's completely true. And to give you a modern example of this, look at the Jaclyn Hill lipsticks controversy. Is this too soon? Anyway, all that is to say, I really do think there are some amazing, amazing products from the Physicians Formula brand, and then some that I definitely don't recommend. So again, with these types of trials, I like to format things best to worst, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to rank every single Physicians Formula product that I've tried. I'm going to start with my absolute favorite Physicians Formula product, one that I have bought more times than I can possibly count. And that is none other than the Physicians Formula Argan Oil. This is $15.99 for an ounce, and it is a 100% pure argan oil. A very simple and straightforward product. You can pay for luxury high-end oils and overpay for them. But why would you when something like this exists? So the way that I use argan oil, and this is another one that I'm almost completely out of, so you can really tell I love these. What I do is I put on my night products, my night cream as my last step. I use this. Now, of course, I do have dry and acne-prone skin. Something like this is a fantastic choice for me. Argan oil helps to repair the skin, so if you have any breakouts, it kind of helps in healing that. It is not comedogenic, so it does not cause you to have any further breakouts, and it is an excellent occlusive. Just a wonderful oil. Can I comment on Beautypedia's review of this? Beautypedia gave this 4 stars because they said it doesn't have enough ingredients in it. That is such a good example of why I like to use Beautypedia as a resource, but I don't, 1000% rely on it, because if you're buying an oil and it's a 100% oil, then you've bought it for its intended purpose. And then my second product is also an oil. This is the Organic Wear Bright Booster Oil Elixir. This is a blend of oils. It retails for $15.99 as well, but it is a little bit more lightweight in texture than the argan oil, so I use this under makeup. Again, the reason it feels lighter in texture is because it has camellia and sunflower preceding the argan in this. Argan oil naturally has a little bit of a kind of golden color to it, whereas this is a clear oil. Sunflower is a clear oil, camellia is a clear oil. So again, it's a really, really good option, but it's going to be lighter. I like the 2 of them for different purposes. Next up on my list, in my opinion, is an incredible find from the Physicians Formula line. This is the 24 karat gold collagen serum. It retails for $15.99 for an ounce, and I absolutely think this is a great drugstore serum. So first off, this one is alcohol and fragrance free. They do not waste any time in getting into the good ingredients in this product. Niacinamide is number 3 in the ingredients list. You know what, I'm going to go ahead and put the ingredients list for this product up on the screen, but just so you understand what I'm talking about, it also has collagen, gold, which is controversial as an ingredient in terms of does it really do anything, but some people really enjoy using it. It also has collagen, but I would say on that it's probable the collagen is too large to get into your skin and really do a lot. However, generally speaking, it is still a really, really good formula for a price tag that you can't beat. You can't beat. Plus, it's beautiful. Now, what I want to tell you about this product is this is what I switched to. This is all I've used for the last 2 weeks plus the boosters because the other serums didn't work out for me. So day and night use of this, and I personally feel like the results are what's competitive. So again, even if there's things I can nitpick, like does collagen and gold in skincare really do all that much, I can't debate does niacinamide do peptides, which I think do. Okay, one more time with Beautypedia though. They only gave this 3 stars in spite of what I would think that this would get 5 stars on Beautypedia, but they gave it 3 stars because they said gold can be an allergen. In my personal opinion, yes, that's true, although for me, gold is actually the only kind of jewelry I can wear. Great, I'm a little bougier every day, right? Now for me personally, as long as a product is really upfront about a potential allergen, you know, like putting it in the name of the product, I don't critique it for that, because to some level, I think that we need to figure out what we have allergies to. Again, with the peanut butter example, I use this so often, but you know, how am I gonna sit there and say like, well, I'm mad at this peanut butter because even though it's called peanut butter, some people are gonna have an allergy to it. You know, again, it's called peanut butter. It's less of an issue than when it's shortbread cookies where somebody has a peanut allergy, you know, reaction because they didn't know the shortbread cookies had peanut butter in it. I think I've raved enough about this, so let me get to the bottom line. I really do think this is a fantastic serum. If you are on a tight budget, I would absolutely recommend this to you. It is fantastic. Number 4 on my list is the Organic Wear Lip Treatment. This retails for $8.49 for 0.15 ounces. When I first started using this, I did not think that this was going to be in my top 4, and I will tell you why. This is a lip balm that is very high in coconut, and as a result of that, if you are in a hot climate like I am and you try to kind of turn this up too much, it will slide right out of the tube. So the way you have to use this is to kind of keep it right about level and then apply it to your lips, and it is so moisturizing. One of the most moisturizing lip balms at the drugstore that I've ever found. Even more, I'd say even more moisturizing than the pharmacy balm, other high-end balms that I've tried. It's incredible. Now personally, I'm a little obsessive about lip balms. I always have one on me, and I like to have drugstore options in my bag because those are the ones I lose the most. So I'm definitely going to be keeping this around. Again, it's incredible. It's very rich in coconut and shea butter, just incredibly moisturizing on the lips. I loved this. Oh, I do want to mention a potential con though. If you don't like a thicker texture of a lip balm, then I would direct you instead to, you know, the Caudalie lip balm, the pharmacy lip balm. I just mentioned high-end ones. The EOS lip balm. All right, we're gonna tackle the boosters next. I do like these, but I have a couple of things to kind of nitpick. Please do not take this out of context. I get so nervous when I like and don't like, when I like a product but don't like certain aspects of it, because that's where people get the most mad at me for some reason. These retail for $13.49 an ounce, and it's a really good idea in theory and in practice to some extent. What you do is you are supposed to pick the one that addresses the skin concern that you have the most, apply it, you know, with your moisturizer, with your serum, after your serum, just kind of anywhere where you want. Apparently I'm going through puberty and my voice is breaking. Anywhere that you want a boost into your skincare. So there are 3 options. One is the Brightening. This contains 3-O-ethylascorbic acid, which is a more stable form of vitamin C. You have the Time Restoring, which contains anti-aging ingredients like vitamin A as well as peptides. And then you have the Hydrating one, which is going to give you aloe, hyaluronic acid. Now again, I ultimately like these, but what I think is really, really important for somebody to get on the internet and say is that you probably don't need to buy all three of them. I think that you should pick the one that you're most interested in and just kind of use that, and I'll explain why. The reason my thoughts are a little complex on these is because when you really get into comparing the three side by side, I'm looking at the three boxes ingredients side by side, you can kind of tell that they all have the same base. And not kind of tell, I'm looking at the base, they all have the same base ingredients. When you're talking about the base ingredients, those first couple of ingredients in a list of any product, that is what most of the formula is. It's not a bad base, it's a more affordable base, yes, but it is rich in humectants, it contains niacinamide, but all of those little, titles you're getting, the brightening, the time restoring, the hydrating, those ingredients are actually more towards the end of the ingredients list. And honestly, the one I'm most nitpicky about is the time restoring, the anti-aging one, because they put the peptides are at the very end of the ingredients list. The retinol palmitate precedes that, and that's not even a very efficient form of retinol. So it's just kind of, I feel like if you get one of these, you're mostly going to be getting the same benefits across the board. So even though Physicians Formula says you can use this alone or pair it with your favorite Physicians Formula product or layer them, I wouldn't really recommend layering them because you're really layering those first ingredients, that base. But again, coming back to my pros, I do like the product, I do like the base formula. I think that if you get one of these and incorporate it into your routine, you'll probably really like it. But again, I would just stop at one. I don't think you need to buy all three. All of these are alcohol-free, all of them are fragrance-free. I could do without the color. That's just a minor critique. It's not really a big deal. If you do want my personal recommendation, I would pick the Brightening. This is the one that I plan to repurchase. I do think it's a good form of vitamin C that they used in here. I think you're going to see results from vitamin C over time, and I think it's at a good price point. The other two, while I think they're just fine, again, I won't repurchase them just because I think you're layering the base. Have I said that enough in this video? I think so. Let's move on. So now I'm getting into the products where I like them, but I probably personally will not repurchase these. So let's start with the Cucumber and Bamboo Clay Mask. This one retails for $9.95 for 0.6 ounces. I think this is actually not a bad clay mask, especially if you have more dry skin like I do. However, it is very pricey for the amount that you get. $9.95 for 0.6 ounces. This is something that I critique, this type of product. I know that a lot of people enjoy this kind of more travel-friendly approach, but you will always pay more for it. Again, that said, I do actually like the product itself. This is a clay mask with a lot of hydrating ingredients, and it never dries to that hard finish. Again, if you have dry or combo skin, and you know how a lot of clay masks on the market will turn really hard on your skin. Even if they're not made to be a peel-off mask, they still get really, really drying. This never dries down. So again, I liked it for my skin type. It does have a couple of potential irritants and it does have fragrance in it, but in a format like this, which is something that you leave on for a couple of minutes and then you wash it off, I actually think it's just fine. The Rose All Stay Illuminating Setting Spray, I don't know why nobody's talking about this because I actually do really like this product. However, it's kind of more of a makeup product. I might buy this again, actually. Let me get into reviewing it. This is $12.95 for 3.4 ounces, and it is not as firmly holding as some setting sprays on the market, but it really is rich in skincare ingredients as well. Now, the thing about saying that is that when it's the last step in your makeup routine, you're putting a lot of skincare ingredients over, everything else on your face. How much are you actually absorbing? I don't know, that's a rhetorical question. But again, it's a really good setting spray if you are looking for, in particular, a setting spray that does not have any alcohol in it. This might be a good option. The only critique that I really have with this is that it does contain some fragrance. It's not super strong, and I've been using this for a long time now without any problems. I think it's a good choice. Unfortunately, for as much as I liked the setting spray, this was a mist for me. Stop it with that joke, you've done it too many times. This is the Refresh Mist Cucumber and Bamboo Facial Spray with an SPF of 20. It retails for $12.95 for 3.4 ounces as well. Unfortunately, this one is just First off, it's really splotchy when you apply it. The SPF, I guess it's the SPF, kind of just appears in splotches, which is not what you want to do over makeup. The form of SPF that is used in this is the chemical form, which I have noticed irritation from personally, so I seem to get a little bit splotchy after I use a product like this. I guess you could say as a pro that means that in spite of it being a spray, which I'm hesitant to trust, I do think it's probably giving you at least a decent amount of SPF. I'm not sure how much you would really need to spray to hit the SPF of 20, so what I want to make sure I'm real clear on is I definitely do not recommend relying on something like this for your sunscreen. It's just really hard to know it's enough, and it's really hard to feel certain that you haven't missed any spots. As an SPF booster, I can see how maybe it would be a good option, especially for people who are not wearing makeup because of that aforementioned splotchiness. So it's a product where I can kind of see how it might have a place. You know, let's just say you don't really get a lot of sun exposure, but you get a limited amount while you're going into work, for example, okay? So then at the end of the day, you're about to go back to your car. Are you still protected from the sun from your sunscreen you applied earlier? Who knows? Spray a little bit of this on, go out to your car and drive home. I can see that being a really good use for this type of product, but you have to make sure, again, that the type of SPF used in here doesn't irritate your skin, and you have to be okay with the potential for splotchiness. We have officially arrived at my section of les fails. These are products I pulled out of my routine because they were not working. I was breaking out horrifically initially in this trial. All this had to go, and I'm gonna tell you why. First off, the Brightening Facial Oil Stick with an SPF of 30. This is $10.49 for 0.28 ounces. Wow, this is really expensive. Also, they call this a facial oil stick, but the only sign of actual oil in this entire product is citrus oil. Are you kidding me? You do not want to use only citrus oils on your skin, so you know it's a lot of filler. It's very, very scented. I, again, don't trust that you're getting an SPF of 30 because are you really making sure that you have this, it is an oily texture applied all over your face? I don't know. I will say, though, this is chemical sunscreen as well, and yet I never had any kind of reaction. I didn't even notice it until I pulled this product out. It was around day 5 is when I pulled out all these products because I was tired of pimples. I did not feel like I deserved them. So I pulled this out after realizing, oh, I've been using chemical sunscreen. That makes me really skeptical of you getting anywhere near this SPF of 30 that this supposedly has. Because again, I react to chemical sunscreens. If I'm not reacting to them, then that means you're not getting them. Huge miss for me. I just don't trust this product at all. The Rose All Day Oil-Free Serum. Now, as you can tell, I have a sample size of this. I wouldn't have bought this based on looking at the ingredients. It's a very, very boring serum to me, and it's still $15.99 for 1 ounce. You might as well get the 24 karat gold serum instead because it is infinitely better than this very, in my opinion, boring serum. What you're really getting with this product is a little bit of rose water and a whole lot of appearance. Just take a look at this. You know, it's funny because I actually really do enjoy a cosmetically elegant skincare product. For example, that Glowbiotics oil that I talked about recently. Beautiful on the skin. This is the opposite of beautiful. This looks forced. It's really, really scented. There's just nothing going on in the ingredients that's gonna really give you skin benefits. Rose water, that's what you got? I want to put a review up on the screen that I saw on the Ulta website because I completely agree with it. Jay, whoever you are, nailed it on how I feel about this product. It's a highlighter. It's a highlighter. It's a makeup product. Why is it being called skincare? And these last two products just make me really furious. Again, if you enjoy these, you know, that is wonderful. I always welcome people to share their experiences in the comments section. Please don't hate me for saying that I hate these products. I'm just trying to give you honest opinions. So first off, we got to start with this primer Argan Oil. How did you take such a good product and make it so actually bad? Because I feel like this was breaking me out. This product, exactly like the oil, is the same price. It's $15.99, except it is in a spray bottle, and hopefully the camera will pick up this. You can see that you've got your oil in there, but you've also got water. Where's the oil? There's the oil. There's coconut water. So the idea is you shake this up and spray it on, but they didn't stop with just coconut oil, coconut water, which would have, in my opinion, been fine. Instead, they added in a whole lot of fragrance and alcohol. What are you even supposed to do with this? So when we're talking about makeup sprays, which apparently they're trying for a makeup product with calling this primer, when you're talking about putting alcohol into a spray, it's often meant as a finishing spray, that alcohol there to dry out the skin so that your makeup would last longer. But then you would not possibly combine an alcohol-rich spray with oil, because that's completely counterintuitive to drying out the skin. So you just end up with this, what the heck is this product? What are you supposed to do with it? Be really careful that you don't accidentally buy this instead of the Argan Oil. I saw a couple people in the reviews saying, oops, I bought this by accident and it sucks. It does not seem to be a well-received product. I think that Physicians Formula would be better off pulling this because it's just a nonsensical product. Am I getting emotional? And then finally, the bane of my existence. Okay, I'm over-exaggerating, but I really don't like this product. This is the Physicians Formula Charcoal Detox Cleansing Stick. It retails for $10.49 for 0.55 ounces. Let's have a conversation about that really quickly. That is an exuberant price tag. Most cleansers, including those at Sephora, are around 5 to 8 ounces. You've got the prices ranging from $30 to $50, $60 for these high-end cleansers. The problem is 5 ounces is a standard size cleanser. This is a tenth the size of that. A tenth the size of that, and yet only a third of the price. You are really, really paying a lot for this packaging. Aside from that, the product itself is horrible, in my opinion, of course, but they made this to be a very, very harsh cleansing stick, something that you absolutely would not want to use daily. It is an exfoliating stick that contains literal sand in the ingredients. Literal sand. Please do not use this daily. If you enjoy the feeling of really harshly scrubbing your skin, which of course some people do, at the very least, please only do that a maximum of 3 times a week. Again, I know that works for some people, but doing it daily could damage your skin. It's just such a bad product, in my opinion. I just can't imagine any dermatologist anywhere saying you should wash your face with sand. I really want to make sure I mention that with both of these products that I put last, both of these irritated my skin basically on contact. This one just stings. This one kind of burns. They're similar sensations, but both bad, and it doesn't mean good things for your skin. The process of how that reaction goes for me is I've noticed that if I have discomfort anywhere in my skincare routine, the next day I'll probably have blotchy skin, just kind of red patches, which is signs of irritation. And because I'm acne prone, what'll end up happening is my skin is not, protecting itself because I've removed the top layer too much by scrubbing it with literal sand. And so then what happens is the acne is able to kind of take over, and then a couple days later I will have breakouts. And it's really hard to clear those breakouts because once they're there, they just want to spread. So, I had to kick both of these products out of my routine. I think I bought these in February, so I don't even think I can return them. It is what it is. I don't recommend you buy any of these last 4. So that is my experience using the Physicians Formula skincare line, or at least some products. I know that it was maybe 3 days into this trial, I got an email that they had introduced even more products into their line. So they're not slowing down. I think they've got a really good direction on some products, and then I just think there's some misses. So again, make sure that you understand your own skin, understand what you're allergic to, what your skin can tolerate, and what it can't. These are the products that I would recommend to you the most out of everything from the brand. But overall, it's not bad that I only had 4 misses out of 14 products. At least I think that's overall pretty good, and again, some of these are just so good that I will never not buy them. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. As always, feel free to comment your experience in the comments section. Make sure you're subscribed. The next skincare trial I'm doing is Pixie Round 2, and I'm really excited to do it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.